A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
I was able to listen in on what Chicago's coach was going over with his team. He told the team he wanted to run their offense through insanity. When coach addressed the guys in the huddle, his message was clear. Quote, he's who we want getting the bulk of the touches. He is who we want making our decisions. They're not going to wait for halftime. They want those adjustments to have an impact right away. Over to you, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thanks. Barkley, no luck. Chicago leading by 11, pushing it up. Barkley goes in. That's short off the rim.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Chamberlain with a screen on Johnson. Cheeks the pass to Chamberlain. Iguodala right side. That drops.
You know, obviously, he knows how to finish with some flair.
For Chicago, they've gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9.
And Andre Iguodala, guys, one of the most unselfish players in the league. I mean, that unselfishness for me, too, is what was put to a test last season as the former All-Star was asked by his coach, Steve Kerr, to come off the bench for the Warriors. And you know what? He did it without complaint, putting the team first.
Here's Malone after Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago.
With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in control of this game.
And no doubt about it, rebounding is an effort stat, folks. They've been more determined than their opponent thus far.
And for Iguodala, some have said he's unselfish, Clark, to a fault.
Yeah, and you know, a great athlete and ball handler, I think he could be much more aggressive looking to attack off the dribble. He's really unique, though, a player who puts his emphasis on the defensive end and does a really good job at that end of the floor.
3 on the clock. Here's Barkley. The three-pointer off the mark. Chicago leading by 13. Johnson dishes to Jordan. Barkley outside. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. Here's the 2K leaderboard with last season's best free throw shooting teams.
Collectively, I mean, they had an amazing year at the free throw line. Sometimes free throw shooting can be contagious, and it seemed like everyone on their team had the hot hand.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
Shooting 100% in the quarter. They've made them all, taking full advantage at the line.
I tell you what, nice job making the most of their opportunities.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Olajuwon's checked in for Malone. Easy breezy comes in for Andre Iguodala. And Allen Iverson subbed in for Cheeks. Good on both. Now Iverson. 9 points in the game so far. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Olajuwon the pass to Easy Breezy. Now in the scoring column with that deuce. 1 for 2 this game.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
Okay, Philadelphia, let's give a hand to young Sixers dancers.
Let's take a look at where Philadelphia ended up rank-wise in the league last year. First in steals, fourth in blocks. And they were one of the top 10 teams in the league at scoring points off turnovers. I'd call them a very opportunistic team.
And I really feel like they fed off their pressure defense. You mentioned all the steals. That got them out in the open court and created easy opportunities offensively.
Willis, he checked in for Chicago. 1:57 left to play in the first half. Here's Johnson. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
And haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
Iverson kicks to Barkley. The rebound by Johnson.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Here's Iverson following the basket by Michael Jordan. Chamberlain with a screen on Johnson. Iverson dishes to Chamberlain. And Barkley sets. It back.
Yeah, and a dangerous trend here as they're starting to live and die with outside jumpers.
Really good point, Greg. I mean, you want to keep that balance, and attacking inside creates space for shooters, and having shooters creates opportunities inside, so it works hand in glove.
Irving's checked in for Barkley. Baller, he's checked in for Chicago. So it's Philadelphia now. 17-point game. There's 49 seconds left in the first half of the game. Easy breezy passes to Iverson. It's blocked. To the middle. Here's Long. There's the killer two-handed slam.
No way to mess that one up, Kevin. I mean, he powered it down with both hands.
Not this guy. He is a superb finisher.
And when he gets near the hoop, guys, he is a tour de force.
Now here's Iverson. He's got 9. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. He's had 4 chances at the line, made them all.
One shot. Mind the lane. Mind the lane. One shot.
Free throw good, Iverson.
This is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line right here.
B-Train's checked in for Magic Johnson. To the inside. Chamberlain kicks to Irving. Shot clock at 5. And he banks in the layup. Irving's got his second bucket tonight.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Iverson can't get it to go. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. It's Chicago. They lead by 18. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We're going to break down the first half action for you. How about you, Kenny? What did you think about the visiting team?
Well, we have to talk about the unbelievable job they've done rebounding the basketball. They've sent bodies flying to the boards on every possession. They've been a stronger, quicker, tougher team by a wide margin. And it's that dominance on the glass that's going to win them this game.
Shaq, what'd you think about Philadelphia?
They were not running an efficient offense. The shot selection has to improve. It's as simple as that. Too many guys working as individuals, not as a team. They need to work as a unit, Ernie. Move the ball.
And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. We've seen Michael Jordan really having a great game.
He created a lot of quality shots for himself in that first half, and he knew when to pass it up when the double team came.
And that led to a very high points per shot number for him. For those of you that are into analytics, that stat really tells how efficient a player has been, and he's been very efficient so far.
So for Chicago right now, Insanity is out there with Baller, and there's B-Train, then there's Willis, and it's Jordan in at the 2. Here's B-Train. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. From past the arc, that's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
And when he's got that much of a height advantage on the perimeter, it's really tough on the defender. Easy three-pointer.
Iverson outside. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Yeah, starting the second half nicely there. Love those easy lay-ins to get things going.
Nice work at the line so far, going 5 for 5.
Three-point play.
Chicago leading by 16. Passes it to Kay. Good D by Olajuwon.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Picked by Olajuwon. Iverson dishes to Olajuwon. Barkley with a screen on Willis. Olajuwon, no luck. Pass to Kay. And he gets it to go from the high post. The Insanity's got 11 points.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
That's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yep, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Now here's Iverson. He's got 13. Shot clock at 6. Elbow shot is on the way. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Chicago team ball.
Two minutes gone in this third quarter now. And he lobs it up.
A surreal alley-oop that time, partner.
The pass, Clark, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect.
Precision at its finest.
And guys, it had to be, because not nearly as easy a play as they made it look.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Sixers dancers.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
I was able to listen in on what Chicago's coach was going over with his team. He told the team he wanted their offense to run through red hot. Coach asked him directly to take the reins of their offense. He wants him to have a huge impact at that end of the floor for the rest of this game. Probably a good time to make some changes with a good chunk of the second half still to go, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thank you very much.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Iverson up top, guarded by Jordan. Iverson passes to Olajuwon. 5 to shoot. Greer. Another miss by Philadelphia. Chicago leading by 20. Here's B-Train. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard.
And the big lead becomes bigger. They are playing with purpose here tonight, guys.
And they're doing it at both ends of the floor. I mean, that's what you like to see. They've been controlling the action from both ends of the court.
So it's Philadelphia now, after Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. Irving against Jordan. Takes the turnaround J. Again, Irving missing.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
The 76ers have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvement, sir. On the wing, Iverson. He's got 13. Another miss by Philadelphia. For Chicago, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. From 13 feet, it goes down. And that's 15 points for Insanity.
A big part of this run here has been their ability to hit from mid-range, guys. I mean, that's unique.
And a lot of teams shy away from that mid-range, but if you can get them off of rhythm, then you can have success.
Bad time for these defenders to be standing around watching. Not while the ball's in his hands.
Okay, Philadelphia, let's give a hand to your own Sixers dancers.
Right now, let's bring up the 2K leaderboard and see the teams that really knew how to clog the passing lanes last season. The 76ers, number 1.
You know, I don't know if the numbers even told the story. I mean, their defense was as good as it gets, often just leaving their opponents completely demoralized.
Malone's checked in for Philadelphia. And Chicago also making a switch. Shake and Bake's checked in for Willis. Chicago leading by 22. Inside, it's tipped and stolen by Irving. Now here's Iverson. D right on him. Irving drives in, and he jams it with authority.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
And the shot is good.
And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today.
Iverson kicks to Olajuwon. That's good. Great play set up by Iverson. Olajuwon's got his second basket.
That's the way to work the ball in close to the hoop, guys.
Here's Long. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. They'll be playing host to Toronto for the next one. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. Pass to Malone. Off the screen. And it's Chicago with the rebound. The Insanity's got his 6th rebound on the night. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper. The Insanity's got 17.
You got to love that great assist by Jordan.
The drive by Iverson. Here's Olajuwon. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And the 76ers with some changes. Pierce comes in for Barkley, and it's Iguodala in for Irving. And Chicago also making a switch. Johnson's checked in. And that one falls for Olajuwon. Chicago leading by 19. The pass to Gilmore. Shoots from 14. Here's Long. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. 12 points for him.
And that putback about as easy a bucket as you're going to get.
Exactly what happens when you don't box out, Greg.
Picked away. An even 3-on-3 break. 1:49 left in the third quarter. A quick shot there, and it's off target. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and stolen by Jordan. And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc, and boy, are they taking advantage.
Johnson against Iverson. Puts it up from 12. Johnson with the block. Passed along. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. No problems knocking that one down. 11 points for Shake and Bake. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Chicago.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they've forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers.
Feeds to Iverson. 4 on the clock. Knocks down the 3 ball. Iverson's got 8 points here in this quarter.
He had 1 in the first as well. He can be dangerous. Keep an eye on him.
Pass to Gilmore. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And what a tremendous game for Shake and Bake. He's got 11 points and the 1 steal.
And guys, really impossible to say where he's been better, offensively or defensively.
I agree with you, Greg. I mean, he's not missed a beat at either end. That's obvious.
And the first one at the line is good. Chamberlain's checked in for the 76ers. And Chicago also making a switch. Bird, he's checked in for Insanity. So he gets them both. 32 seconds left in the third. Dishes to Pierce. Malone in the post. Count the bucket.
Moses Malone with the bucket.
There's 21 seconds left to play in the third. Long, guarded by Chamberlain. Here's Long, and no good trying to get that one. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. It's Chicago running away with it. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this.
I gotta hold down the city.
And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Here's B-Train. Moses Malone out there with Irving. Then there's Easy Breezy. Then there's Allen Iverson. And it's Chamberlain in at the 5. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Philadelphia shooting 40% from the field. Chamberlain a screen. Iverson dishes to Chamberlain. Greer. The offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Iverson. Chamberlain a screen. Outside Irving. He feeds it to Iverson.
And the Executive of the Year award is an odd one. I mean, given yearly to the executive that was deemed to have had the best year with their roster, that is perhaps the hardest thing to evaluate. And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Long passes to Johnson, and he gets it to go. Johnson's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for Chicago.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
And for the Executive of the Year award, it's hard to evaluate because for GMs, Clark, it takes years of moves to reach a certain point.
Yeah, it's an annual award, but it's awarded for years of decisions, if that makes any sense. One big signing or trade isn't quite enough to win the award.
Now here's Bird. And there's the pass to Long. Good. And it's Bird picking up the assist. 16 points for Baller.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
Okay, Philadelphia, let's give a hand to your own Sixers dancers.
And the 76ers will go for a different look here. McGinnis, he's checked in for Chamberlain. Pierce comes in for Irving. Hawkins checked in for Easy Breezy. And Cheeks is subbed in for Iverson. And Chicago also making a switch. Barkley's checked in.
You know, one thing we saw a lot of last season during the playoffs was the hack-a-shack plan, pretty much purposely fouling a poor free throw shooter. A lot of differing opinions on it, as it wasn't fun to watch for the viewers, but many feel it's a legitimate part of the game if it works.
The hack-a-shack or the hack-a-Jordan or the hack-a-whatever being a focus of the playoffs last season. We saw it up close and personal. It opened up a debate, Greg, on whether or not it should be allowed. What do you think?
You know, it's a touchy subject. I remember last summer, or spring, I should say, the commissioner touched upon it. You know, one of the concerns is, do you want to change a rule for an entire league when it basically affects two players? And so it's something that you got to be sensitive to. But to your point, the fans don't want to see that ugly style of basketball.
It's boring. It slows the game down. Olajuwon's checked in for Barkley. Cheeks kicks to Olajuwon. Clock at 6. Bird pulls it in. And Chicago shooting 65%, an outstanding offensive display from them. Here's McCormick. Rebound by the 76ers. Olajuwon's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Cheeks the pass to McGinnis. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now.
And ran his man straight into the screen and got a clear path to the bucket.
That is how it is done.
Excellent team play there on the pick, and then he ripped it down.
Bird kicks to Willis. Can't capitalize on the good screen. For Philadelphia, they've gone just 1 of 6 in the field to start the fourth quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now. Pierce wide open. He fires. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
Barkley with a screen on Pierce. Bird kicks to Willis. Puts it up from 12. Great play by Bird to set it up. And it's 13 points for Red Hot.
And that kind of sums up the defensive effort we've seen here tonight, guys.
The dish to Pierce.
And in the past, the NBA had the All-Star break for just an extended weekend. Last year, they gave the players a full week off. It seemed to be received positively by everyone.
Now, here is Olajuwon. Misses off the left iron.
And the fadeaway was the only option he had on that one. Defender there all over.
Ball's knocked loose. Pulls it from 20. They grab their own miss. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
That's his second personal foul.
The All-Star break in 2015 was just a bit over a week. Those extra days, Clark, for most players, really rested some guys up.
Yeah, I agree, man. I think it was a nice move. You play those 82 games, you need more than just a few days break during the middle part of the season. So I like that move a lot. Well, you know, we're far enough away from the 2013 draft where we can start to get a feel for just how strong it was. I mean, the initial feeling was it was a weak draft, but there have been some gems coming out of it of late.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Irving comes in for McGinnis, and Easy Breezy subbed in for Hawkins. And for the 2013 draft class, not sure if there are going to be a lot of All-Stars from that class, but there are quite a bit of rotational players that are effective.
And Kevin, listen, there's still a chance to see a couple of All-Stars emerge from the class, as there are some elite talents that just need time to grow. And overall, there weren't too many complete misses. Almost every lottery pick is a rotation player at this point.
Boy, the pass there floated up to the precise spot where it needed to be.
And no messing around in the finish, huh? He powers it through.
Sure didn't waste any time there.
And guys, that's an alley-oop I guarantee you we'll be seeing on the highlight reels for the next few days.
And the dunk by Jordan.
Big time finish, emphatic.
He hangs on the rim too, just for good measure.
Yeah, but guys, nothing wrong with a little bit of showboating every now and then.
Kept alive.
And the rebounding has been key to their success here tonight.
It has been a lopsided battle on the boards, no doubt.
Passes it to Kay. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. To the paint. Olajuwon with the block. And Irving with a clear path to the hoop. And he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
Make it two hands for safety. That's what they say, right, Kevin?
Yeah, that's right. You got it. And he was ultra safe with that dunk.
No reason not to be.
And guys, as he should be. Remove all doubt on that attack.
Olajuwon with the block. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Easy breezy passes to Olajuwon. And the shot is good.
Yeah, excellent assist there. Just led him to the perfect spot.
Barkley, he's checked in for the 76ers. Iverson comes in for Cheeks. Baller, he's checked in for Chicago. That one misses for Olajuwon.
It's been kind of a gradual occurrence, but I think it's clear that analytics are here to stay in the NBA. Every team now has at least some vesting into the analytics area. Some base a lot of their decisions on the number side of the game. Others have a more balanced approach.
And they call an illegal screen here.
Oh, an illegal screen there. One of the toughest calls for an official to make.
And it is one of the toughest calls, but most of the time they do a good job with it. And you have to appreciate how officials get that one right more times than not.
One of the stories here, insanity, getting it done today.
He's been attacking the rim with reckless abandon. They're searching for answers. Some way they got to figure out how to contain it.
The 76ers trail by 21. Iverson outside. Picked by Olajuwon. Iverson passes to Easy Breezy. Puts one up from 19. Gets that one through the hole, making now 7 of 13 in this game.
Wow, has he flipped a switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
Pass to Kay. 1:49 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Easy Breezy. Outside Irving. He dishes it to Iverson. Kicks it to Barkley. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came upright with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
The pass to McCormick. Here's Long, and Barkley sends it back.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Chicago.
Two great rebounding teams, Clark.
Yeah, and these guys just worked a little bit harder tonight. That was the edge that was needed.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
And asserting themselves right from the start, guys. They'll be taking the front end of a 4-game season series between these two clubs. They've got to feel good getting the upper hand tonight against the 76ers.
No surprise here, just a big-time performance for Insanity. And the way he rebounded, he surely was a spark for the team as he was securing everything that came off the iron.
Free throw good, Iverson.
And Commissioner Silver taking a bold stance on sports betting. I mean, going into last season, he wrote that op-ed piece saying that it needs to be legalized federally and basically brought into the light of day.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Moses Malone. He's checked in for Olajuwon. Pierce comes in for Barkley. Andre Iguodala is checked in for Irving. And Cheeks is subbed in for Easy Breezy. Chicago leading by 14. And for Commissioner Silver arguing for legalized sports betting, that's a major reversal from what most sports commissioners Clark had said in the past.
Yeah, I like his open-mindedness, not just about that issue, but a number of issues that confront the league. And, he's right in regards to the gambling. With the internet, people are making these bets anyway, so it makes sense for the league to take a look at it.
Here's Cheeks. Iverson with the ball. Barkley covering. The shot by Pierce will not go. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Bird kicks to Barkley. Pass to Willis. To end the drought. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
That's his first personal foul. Shooting for Philadelphia, Willis. Taking 2 shots.
And that one falls for Willis. And Willis drops them both. "15 seconds left in the 4th. Malone with the screen. Cheeks kicks to Malone. They get it back. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. And now time to go to Ernie Johnson, who's alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here, so is Shaquille O'Neal. Time now for some highlights as we take a look.
He had a sensational night shooting the ball. Over 60% reminds me of myself. If you're shooting over 60%, you're playing smart. You're being aggressive, and you're creating opportunities. What a spectacular performance.
He was a beast on the boards tonight, guys. There's nobody else. I think no one in the world that could match his effort on the glass tonight. Emotionally, his rebounding gave them a big lift.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a good night, everybody.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, NBA fans. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson, and seated beside me, Kenny the Jet Smith, and the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. And coming right up, we'll see this home squad playing against the Charlotte Hornets. For Charlotte, they come in off the loss to New York. That game was a shootout. Defense will be the key tonight for them to bounce back with a win. Al Jefferson played for several teams in his NBA career, but no matter what uniform he has on, he is a load, a real handful, Kenny.
Well, he could shoot the mid-range, Ernie, and that's probably his biggest asset. And, then he could take you down on the block. That's probably one of his bread and butter moves. I like his jump hook, though, because when he goes to that, it creates space in.
It's Friday night, and live on 2K Sports, we're going to bring you the NBA in all its excitement. Kevin Harlan here, along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Last game for the Hornets, the loss to the New York Knicks. And they took that loss to just 1 point. Those close ones hurt the most.
And that kind of loss sticks with you for a while because they probably felt they were the better team on that night. They just could not make the plays down the stretch.
Guys, there are times when you would rather lose by double digits than to let a win get away from you when you thought you had it. And that sometimes is harder to deal with.
And a look at the starters for the Hornets. Johnson is out there with G. Then there's Davis. Then there's Mourning. And it's Gill in at the 2. Here's Gill. Now the pass to Davis. Passes it to Gill. 6 on the shot clock. Mourning a screen on Willis. Here's Gill. That's tipped. To the inside, McCormick, and he drops in the layup off the glass. B-Train's got his first points of the game.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Now here's Davis. 29 points for him last game against New York.
And they were just struggling to stop him. They sent him to the line over and over, and the free throws were a big part of the game.
Here's Johnson. 4-point game. Here's B-Train outside Jordan. Pass to Willis. Fires for 3. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
Davis, the pass to Rice. He dishes it to Johnson. Davis gets a wide-open look. That one falls, coming off the Johnson feed.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play. And Charlotte had a lot of momentum going into last season off that playoff appearance. But they just stumbled out of the gates last season and spent the whole year playing catch-up.
On defense, Chicago. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
I mean, no stress in that one. The game almost looked like a shoot-around for them. Amazing at how well they shot the basketball.
And even more impressive, Greg, considering it was on the road. I mean, it's rare that you see a team get that hot away from home.
Now, here is Mourning. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against New York.
And how about the job he did rebounding as well, guys? I mean, just a dominant performance on the glass.
Here's B-Train following the score by Charlotte. And there's the pass to Long. They set the screen. Off the pick. Again, Chicago.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Outside, Davis. The dish now to Mourning. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. With a pause in the action, let's show you the teams that were best from the line last season.
Boy, Kevin, I thought their coach really did a fantastic job of getting all of the guys on the team to realize the importance of free throws. Last year where they were great, excellent from the line.
This year.